Make sure it's enthusiastic.
Oh!
So it can hook me.
Is that right?
Okay. Welcome, guys, to the Feedpin Pod, episode number 6. And today we'll be talking about Supergirl. I don't know how to start it.
It's right there.
Yeah, but I don't know how to say. This is episode 6.
We're gonna edit this out though. No one watches YouTube, you know.
No. We have just.
Should we just use the one you already see?
No, I'll do it. I'll do it. Because we could always. Yes. We have just watched DC's new Supergirl, and it is clear people are going to have mixed reactions to it. It's bold, it's different, and it's definitely not going to please everyone. But did it please us? What did it say? Oh, did it work for us? No, we just cut it out.
Yeah. So what should people expect from the movie?
I don't know, you tell us.
It's your name.
Oh, it stinks. I mean, honestly, it's fun. It's got a lot of charm and a little bit of good humor. Not really my humor, but I could see how it could appeal to some audiences, including our theatre. Had a few laughs in there. And yeah, it definitely feels like a modern DC movie, even though James Gunn didn't write it himself, as we found out. You can still see his influence throughout.
That's like, even though James Gunn did, you can still see. I'm looking at him. Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna have clips playing over it.
Oh.
It's just the one YouTube watch from Caleb that's gonna know that we just read it off.
We just watched.
Honestly, it was fun. Good humor.
Oh damn! Okay, sorry. Go.
Risa, ask the question. Do it again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right. So what should people expect when they go to watch this movie?
I mean, honestly. It's fun. It's exciting. It's got some decent humor in there. Not really our humor, but we can see how it could appeal to most audiences. It was definitely a James Gunn film. Even though he didn't direct it or write it himself, it definitely had a touch of him in there, and I think they made sure to do that. To maintain, I guess, similarity to the universe. But yeah, overall, it was a decent film. And yeah, it had that Guardians of the Galaxy sort of style that James Gunn obviously loves to bring in, as it's his.
Well, for that being said, the story plays it pretty safe. No, I'm gonna read it. There aren't too many huge surprises, and some scenes felt like they dragged on a little longer than they needed to. The movie also takes its time getting started at the beginning. Okay, I'm gonna restart that. That being said, the story plays it pretty safe. There aren't too many huge surprises throughout the movie, and some scenes did feel like they dragged on maybe just a little longer than they needed to. But the movie itself takes its time getting started, and that's kind of good for a movie for a first character, of course.
Continue.
Okay. That being said, the story plays itself pretty safe. No. Bro, I like saliva in my mouth.
Is it my turn yet?
No. That being said, the story plays itself pretty safe. There aren't too many huge surprises, and some scenes may have felt like they dragged on just a little bit longer than they might have needed to. But the movie itself, it takes time getting started, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but there were definitely moments I found myself wanting the action to kick in a lot sooner.
overall, though, I think it's one of those films that you just need to go and watch yourself, and make up your own opinion for it because it's obviously going to divide a lot of audiences. Personally, I think the film itself is not anything great. If you're going in expecting it to be like Superman, it's not sort of that good. But so like as a standalone film, standalone superhero film, it's not like the greatest. But as a film to build towards the new universe, I think it was necessary and good. I think that it had good world building, expanding the universe, so we can see a little bit more of how big it is and stuff like that. And I think, yeah, the process is necessary.
Now let's talk about the characters and overall performances. Starting with Supergirl herself. Now, I thought she was pretty good for someone who didn't really have much material to go off of in terms of her performance. She doesn't really have much to look into besides, I don't know, comics, I guess, in terms of inspiration. I know there's been the Supergirl series and all that, but of course she's trying to make her own interpretation of the character. Don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah, she felt different enough from Superman to stand out on her own, and I think that's kind of a core part of her character is she isn't Superman.
Yeah.
Obviously. And yeah, they really nailed that aspect of it. And the actress did a really good job at balancing having a tough side to her, but also having some humanity inside her. Whereas Superman, I suppose, finds it a lot easier because he didn't really go through the same trauma as her, which it showed in the movie, how she actually experienced a lot of pain. So,
yeah, a lot of the origin scenes were probably the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
Getting a bit more context and a bit more knowledge on their backstory and how things came to be. I think they did really well in those scenes.
It's probably the first time we've had a more in-depth and a new take on Krypton's planet Krypton's ending in terms of how it didn't just explode in a day and everyone died. There was actually more to it, but we won't spoil too much of that. It was really good. And
we'll add a
next,
spoiler warning.
Yeah.
It's that.
And next is everyone's favourite. There's a little girl character in the movie who Malachi will talk about.
Yes, before the movie, I saw a few reviews of people who saw early screenings, and they were saying that the younger girl character did a really good job. But personally, between the two of us as well, we felt as though that her character was the worst part of the movie, and not just the, it's the little girl, hate on her because she's a little girl, but she was constantly useless throughout the film, constantly a burden, constantly letting down everyone, Supergirl, Lobo,
everybody, even
herself, her family. She just seemed like a burden the whole film, and yeah, she didn't seem like she had much point being there. I guess they need another character, but
yeah, well, I'll be honest, she, like you said, she didn't really work for me. A lot of her scenes, they had me cringing like the whole time.
They're cliche scenes.
Yeah, and
Cliche.
she's one of those characters that would constantly be told to do something, and she just would not listen.
It's just your typical young character that gets in the way.
Yeah, and because she was so stubborn, it often felt like she was just making things harder for Supergirl, and that was the annoying part. Yeah, so I get that the movie was trying to show her and her determination and emotional aspect, but for me, she really just came off as feeling more like a nuisance than a character that I actually want to support. Should I turn that off and on? Might be loud as.
No, it'll be right. Because you can isolate voice. It's yours.
No. You must.
And now for the big one,
Yeah, so
Lobo.
then we have Oh, fake. Do it again.
Now for the big one, Lobo.
Then we. Fake. Okay, do it again.
Now for Jason Momoa, the big one. Oh. Now for the big one. And now for the fan favorite, including our favorite,
Jason Momoa
is
as
Lobo.
Lobo. I actually think he's easily one of the best and most underrated parts of the entire movie. Even though he's not in it that much, obviously, he definitely stole the show. He was perfect cast.
I honestly didn't know. I thought with fan casts, usually sometimes when it happens, it's a bit of a letdown.
Doesn't translate.
And there was a lot of hate for Lobo leading up to the film because they're saying he didn't, look Lobo enough, didn't have the red eyes, this and that. But as soon as he was on camera in that movie, he was perfect. Everything down perfect. Looks wise, personality wise, acting wise, everything.
Yep, and you can tell Jason Momoa is just having the time of and you can just tell Jason Momoa was just having the time of his life on set. And you just know that it was a bit of a passion role for him because he said he's always wanted to play Lobo, and I'm glad we got to see it because he nailed it. And I can't wait to see more of his character in future DC films, especially interacting with Superman, hopefully.
Yeah, they're doing a good job introducing characters, world building, leading up to the universe. Man of Tomorrow coming out, Green Lantern, all that.
So in saying that, pretty much.
Final thoughts and rating?
Final thoughts, so recap. My final thoughts would be, I felt like it didn't need to be that long. And I say that as in...
It's
I
only
felt like,
an hour 50.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, there are some scenes that I felt like weren't necessary for the movie. And
Pacing.
could be cut out. Yeah, pacing-wise. That could have been a little bit better. Otherwise, it plays it very safe, as we said. Pretty generic superhero movie. The villain was pretty good.
Yeah.
That. It's pretty funny.
Mm.
But yeah, I would rate it I don't know, I'd say a 6 out of 10, and not really in a bad way, but just in a pretty generous way.
It was also, I'd like to add, forgot to say, I liked the inclusion of Superman throughout the scenes as well. He was looking good, looking like Superman. Not much else to say, but yeah, very happy with that.
Yeah, so Superman was... okay. Some spoilers. Clip file.
Yeah.
Some spoilers. Superman was actually in the movie. And I felt like that was hinted throughout the trailers. Oh, okay. Restart. Okay, spoiler warning. But Superman was in the movie. And not just for one little scene. He was actually in the movie for a few parts.
And he was integral to like...
Psych!
Close it quiet.
Bro, close the door. Just close it.
Very close it, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heads up, spoiler warning. Superman was in the Supergirl movie, and not just from the one part that was shown in the trailer, but he was actually in it from beginning, middle, and end.
He played an integral part in the film.
Yep, and it was very good to see him on screen. I don't know why, but in this